I'm a third year textile student at Glasgow School of Art. I first came to Scotland about 2.5 years ago. My name is Marta, I'm 26 years old and I've come from Lubartów, a little town in eastern Poland. I've always wanted to go and study at Glasgow School of Art. It's just well known for being one of the best design schools in the world, so that was the main reason. I suppose I've always been interested in textiles to some degree. I used to look at my mum doing all the things, like knitting and crocheting, and just thinking this is such a housewifey thing to do, and it's nothing more than a hobby for me. But it's only once I come to Britain that I realised it was something I wanted to do as a career. Maybe a third one, not too sure. Moment of truth. That's alright.
So has that worked?
A bit messy, but it's alright. Will do. I think the most stressful bit of it all is the actual printing, because everything costs so much money, all the materials, it's not cheap at all, and then you make one small mistake and you have to get the new screen done, get a new bit of fabric, which isn't cheap, and get some more. Obviously we pay for the binders and all the paint as well, so you can't really afford to make many mistakes. That's why you try to plan everything in advance and just be as prepared. Like you saw me yesterday adjusting the screen like 100 times. I forgot to block the screen where the sleeves are. It's fine. Glasgow School of Art, we have a fashion show every year in which the textiles and fashion students show off their work. For the fashion show project, I decided to go back to my roots and do something to do with where I come from. I feel very sentimental about certain things to do with whether it's folklore or culture. I decided to use that as my inspiration. I looked at traditional techniques. I decided to utilize that into how I make my pattern cuts, but also drew some inspiration from machinery and more geometric shapes. So the way Polish paper cutting works is pretty much similar to what children would do to make snowflakes. You basically fold the paper a couple of times and then take a little craft knife and cut out shape, and then you open it up and you're left with a repeat pattern. Well, I've got a little collection of vest dresses. They all have a pretty bold, graphic print in all of them. In terms of construction of the garments, they aren't too complicated because I'm not a fashion designer. So focus on the prints, on that side of it. stage and I'm modelling, so it's so rushed. It might have been even more nerve-wracking if I was in the audience, just waiting for my collection to come on. But it's so busy, you don't have time to be worried or anything, or even excited. You just, yeah. I got 2 dresses and a top, and I had to buy a pair of hot pants to go with the top. I sneaked out at the first show wearing someone else's clothes, and they told me off for that, but I just had to see my collection on the catwalk and I was so proud. So proud. I nearly cried. it was amazing. I was really pleased with the models as well. They did an amazing job, yeah. Very good. It's exciting, it's a rush of adrenaline. I'm flustered still. And I've got another one coming up in 20 minutes, so yeah, it's a bit intense, yeah.
Would you ever think about going back to Poland to be a fashion designer?
Yeah, I actually thought about that. I've got a little sister studying weave. She's a textile designer as well, back in Poland. My little dream is to have a little collaboration with her, which is, I don't know, sounds exciting. I don't know if it will happen, but she's really talented. It's really cool that we did the same thing at uni, just in different countries. It's cool. Good.
And what about after the art school? What's after that?
After that, I don't know. Maybe some exciting work placement somewhere, and hopefully a good job after.